Hello Taurus, this is a video for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements for somebody that you're currently dealing with in love and yourself. Energies going on between you two, just really doing a check-in between you and whoever's on your mind when you find this video. Could be valid for people that don't even have a Taurus placement. Maybe you just felt called to view this video regardless of how influenced your chart is by Taurus. It really does not matter either way. This is a video for those that find it and feel as though they need it at the end of the day. So there's that. Sorry, I gotta screw with the camera, but here we are. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a minute since I've posted on this channel. I'll get through all 12 zodiac signs with this theme, and we'll see what you all need to know between you and the person on your mind, the current energies between you and them. Okay, so Spirit, listen. I need 3 cards for the person and their current energies and feelings towards Taurus. I then need 3 cards for Taurus, and then we'll elaborate and go from there. All right, so work with me here and give me the 3 for that person that Taurus is thinking of at this moment. So the 3 of Cups. What's with the 3 of Cups energy these days? For a lot of people messing with third parties these days. Nobody knows how to be loyal to anybody. 3 of Cups. Hangman reverse, so they're trying to do something very impatiently. Or they are an patient person when it comes to love. They're rushing things. I flipped over 2 when I meant to do another one, so we're just going to go with it. But they're the Justice reversed to the 8 of Swords. This person is very... The energy between... around them, Taurus is very... player-ish. Now, I don't have the Knight of Wands here, player card, right? But I do get the feeling with this 3 of Cups and then, like, the Hangman reverse, they just kind of float through everyone. I feel like this person's had multiple partners. Taurus, you may know this already or kind of had suspected that this person was kind of somebody that floats around and, you know, plays with a lot of others, if you will. But definitely with these cards here, this person is very much a bit of a player. With the Justice reversed, they could even, for some of you, have been divorced, possibly divorced from 2 or 3 other people. And with the 8 of Swords, they just kind of float around and act like everything's normal and everything's cool. Like how they treat people, which I feel like is like different. They treat people differently for each day of the week, or they have a different person for each day of the week, and like nobody really is like their permanent, or has been their permanent. I feel like this is a reading for somebody you're like courting, not in a relationship with yet. Could be in a relationship, and if you are, it's like a recent or newer one. All right. Either way, this person's a bit of a player, not gonna lie. Bottom of the deck for them, 8 of Pentacles, and they are trying to change that or doing work on themselves, or they tend to put a lot of work or a lot of themselves into connections or relationships, so that's not really the issue here. The big issue is the fact that this person is a bit of a player, and they have not matured to get rid of that player energy about them. Okay? At least that's what it's going for right now. That's their energy. So let's get 3, maybe more if they fall out. For Taurus, you, the viewer there. What's the energy between you and them? Somebody just flew over. Temperance reverse. Feeling lost, feeling like you have no guidance, don't know where to turn. Feeling like the angels have abandoned you here in terms of answers. Maybe you've been really trying to make this work, trying to have patience, and you're finally running out of that patience. You also feel like you can't hear guidance from your spirits, and from the spirits or from your guides anymore. Feel abandoned with this. Perhaps you've been trying to make this relationship work, Taurus, and it's just beginning to grate on your nerves. That's because this person's not aligned with commitment, at least at this very moment that I'm seeing. Although the 8 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck did see that they are willing to put in some form of work between their romantic partners, but not working out. And as soon as I say that, 10 of Wands falls out of the deck in the upright. So yes, feeling very tired, feeling very impatient, feeling like you're never going to get anywhere with this person. You've been trying and trying for a lot of you maybe. And even if you haven't been trying that long, you already see the signs that your efforts are falling on deaf ears or going out in vain, or you're fearful that that may happen here in the near future or is currently happening. Oops. All right, that's too many spirits, sorry. One more for Taurus's energy. One more for Taurus's energy. Thank you. The Hierophant. Here's your card. Look at that. So Taurus, you're ready for stability. You're ready for a permanent commitment. You're ready for that long-term, long-haul partner relationship, one-on-one. Maybe you're poly, I don't know. Either way, you really want a commitment from this person. You're really ready to settle down, ready to make your own life. And I feel like this person has a very sly tongue. And what I mean by that is that they really talk themselves up big time, that they are themselves in the same boat as you, ready to commit, ready to settle down with that one forever person, yada yada, and it all looked good on paper, right? But this person is kind of a wreck, I'm not gonna lie. They are very much giving self-destructive energy. I don't know why, but they are. They might have been hurt in the past by somebody else or by a lot of people. Could have been hurt by family members as well, not necessarily other lovers. But regardless, like I said, they seem to float through people like water. And I feel like, again, this is leaning towards a much newer relationship. It could be a relationship with somebody you've been dealing with for years and their energy is still the same to this day. But I really am getting the vibe that this is new. Maybe you're not dating this person, just really thinking about maybe dating them or wondering if you should. Or if you are dating them, a very new relationship, maybe past 3 months or so that you started to commit to each other and you're starting to slowly see things, you know, begin to crack. Like whatever the facade was that they put up is beginning to show weaknesses in certain points, making you come to this reading or seek further guidance. Maybe you had to seek further guidance throughout the entirety of this relationship. And again, feel like it's falling on deaf ears with that Temperance reverse, like Archangel Michael and anybody else you reach to is simply not hearing you at this point. And it's not got to do with that at all, because Spirit led you to this video and other videos that you've watched maybe about this person, right, Taurus? And that is Spirit trying to reach out and tell you that this person's a clusterfuck, that they have nothing going for them at this moment other than flying through partners and playing like they're ready to commit when they're not. And this person is doing the same to you, it seems, at this moment. I'm going to get outcome energies here. Bottom of the deck, I did shuffle it, but we have the High Priestess reverse. If you try to cut it off with this person, expect their communication to be gung-ho. They're really going to try to get your attention, try to get you to stay with them. If you decide to cut it off right now, and they may even come back at later dates and attempt to win you back again. I feel like this person is not used to being denied. They're not used to not getting what they want, when they want it, how they want it. And I feel like, Taurus, if you were to separate from them right now, you would see a side of them you've never seen before. Not necessarily in a negative way, like they act negatively towards you, but they're going to be putting that facade on 10 times more than what they did when you were first courting this person or when you first met them, whatever. It would be a whole ordeal, but we're going to see what the outcome would be. What would the outcome, Spirit, be now for these two people, Taurus and whoever they're thinking of when they view this video? What's going to be the outcome between them and their energies? Like, are they going to be successful? Will this person eventually change? Is it worth it? Should they leave if it ends up being dead end, etc.? Just let me know something, for Taurus, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. I feel the need to knock these cards right now. Not quite sure why. I never do that, but I got the calling, so we're doing it. A lot of people do that. I just never did. Anyways. Alright. So, we have the Four of Swords. So, first... Alright. Gonna get more. But the outcome... Let's get more before I even go into it. It's the Four of Swords so far. The World card. Okay. Wow. Alright. Oh, somebody fell. Eight of Cups reversed. So what's the outcome? Bottom of the deck. Hermit reverse. Virgo energy. Could be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra or a fellow Taurus. This person and you, the outcome, also the World card is here. This is a karmic thing. And not necessarily like karma, like, oh, you did something bad, you have to pay it back. No. It's this person's karma. This person is getting lined up with people to teach them the lessons that they have not learned from previous lives. How do I know they haven't learned those lessons? Look at their behavior. Look at what I'm saying. Look at what I'm saying. Look at what you've dealt with up until this point. If it's resonating and you're at this point in the video and you've heard everything I've had to say up until this very moment, you know the energy that I'm talking about with this individual. This individual is immature and the universe knows it. They're not ready for that commitment. Do I feel like you have maybe met this person in a previous life, Taurus, and they were able to commit and etc., do the things that you need and are looking for right now? Absolutely, with the World card. Absolutely. But the purpose of your all's connection in this lifetime, teach them lessons and complete a cycle. Teach them lessons, complete a cycle. How do I know that? Because the outcome, again, here we have the Four of Swords with the Eight of Cups reversed, as well as that World card like I've been talking about, but only been talking about the World card, right? So let's talk about these other two. How I'm looking at this right now, Eight of Cups reversed, that's them in the outcome. Unable to move on from you. Unable to get away from these successful relationship stuff because, again, they have to pay back karma. They have to close out a cycle. You've already done it. You're just here meeting up with them because this may be a very well twin flame life partner type deal that carries over through lifetimes, if you believe in that, of course. And this person is on a wavelength and on like a vibration that is much lower than yours in this lifetime. You've met up with them, and now they have to learn these lessons. You're unfortunately meeting up with them before they've learned them. I don't even know if they'll learn them everything they need to know in this lifetime to be able to reconnect with you at a later date and have a solely successful soul connection like you're supposed to. I don't know. I don't think so. If you feel like it is, more power to you, Taurus. I'm just letting you know. But with this Four of Swords, this is your energy. Moving away and healing, taking a break, taking time to yourself. And the karma for this person is... You can't move on from me. Look what you did to me, Taurus. Maybe Libra, maybe Virgo. So air and earth. But look at this is water sign energy. Technically all the signs are here, but I really only read signs for the major arcana. Whatever. Either way, they're going to be stuck in that cycle. They're going to be stuck wanting you, missing you, unable to have you. And the reason being is because they don't think they're doing anything wrong. They don't realize that they have these cycles that they need to clear out and get rid of. They don't realize any of that energy. They realize none of it. And that's part of the thing. Part of the whole thing. With the Hermit reverse, they're going to be trying so hard to get you back. They're going to be trying to communicate with you in any chance that they have. And they're going to really be trying to win you over. Again. Right? Beautiful deck, is it not? To no avail. To no avail, because Spirit's not letting that happen. Spirit's not letting that happen. They ain't. I want to see what's behind this Hermit right quick. Look at that. The Ace of Cups. Reversed. So yeah, if you're wondering what the energies between you and this person, Page of Cups reversed is behind that. Ace of Cups reversed. Hermit reversed. This is just... Look, I don't want to be the one to tell you leave. I don't want to be the one to tell you stay. I'm going to leave that totally up to the Tauruses that find this. Everybody's story is going to be different. Or even if it's not Taurus, whoever finds this video, watches it, makes it to this point, know that I am not going to give you that advice. And you can find other tarot readers that are going to let you know. But I feel like a lot of people who read tarot, from what I've noticed, I've been watching tarot religiously since, of all different readers, all different kinds, all different topics, all different formats. I've been watching since like 2016. So what? 11 years? No. 9 years. I can't count. Either way. Not the brightest bulb. Most don't tell you, like, oh, you need to leave this person. They say, well, I would. They always leave it up to you. So that's what I'm doing here. No different than anybody else. But I'm going to tell you right now that if you really want to try to make it work with this person, feel free. It's totally up to you. What you feel like you can take on and handle, that is completely on your terms. No tarot reader, no psychic, and nobody even close to you where it has nothing to do with spiritual, maybe even God or higher power, if you believe in that, could really, truly determine whether or not you can handle the energies of dealing with this person who is unhealed, who has not finished cycles of their own. Even if you two, because I do believe that you, for some of you, this is your life partner, has followed you through different lifetimes. And you've been both, in a lot of lifetimes, meant to go through every single day and every walk of that life together, side by side, in a commitment. But there has been things that have built up through time and time and time and time, with each of you individually as well as two of you together as a couple. This has nothing to do with that, though. The karma as a couple, this is just solely their karma, has nothing to do with you. You've completed the cycle, are ready to reunite with this person in a lifetime, but this person is not. And I don't think you'll have a very fun time with them until the universe has basically run them through the ringer enough for them to clear that karma, clear that energy, and be able to come towards you correct, if you will. Ready to commit, ready to treat you right, ready to not cheat, not treat people like they're nothing, ready to not run through partners like water or shit through a goose. You know, like, they're really ready to do it. Unfortunately, at this very moment, it's not looking great. I see that you're going to probably move on and heal, or should, but you do what you got to do, like I said. They're going to be stuck on you, unable to move forward, unable to find happiness. They'll be looking for you in everyone and unable to find it, because there's only one you, right, Taurus, and only one soul connection that they have with one person, that's you. So, for those that resonate, connect with this message on that level, of course. And it really is not great, and I don't like that, but I'm not a sugarcoater. I'm going to tell you what I get, how I get it, and why I get it, if I can. Okay? So I hope this reading served you well. Much love and light to you all. Remember, you're loved, wanted, needed by everybody that knows you, everybody that will know you in the future, and the world's a better place with you in it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you resonate, leave a like, comment, favorite, share. You do all the things, as well as subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.